My name is Sid Patel, and I'm an activist in the International Socalist Organization. I work and live in the peninsula, so all this is, where I work and where I live. And I want to start by saying that I've been honored to work with Darocy and Rachel and many of Derrick's friends and family as they've been fighting back and trying to hold the police accountable after what happened to Derrick. I can't imagine the depth of sorrow and shock that Derrick's friends and family are experiencing, have experienced, continue to experience. And I thank you all for finding it in yourselves to stand up for Derrick and to stand up for all people who are mistreated by the police. I think District Attorney Wagstaff's report just came out. I think that report, District Attorney Wagstaff's report, I think it was very revealing. The South SF police initially spread the lie that Derrick was dangerous, that he brandished a gun, and that he was armed when Cabillo murdered him. Many media outlets have gone along with that story. I even saw a headline that said, South SFPD kill armed teenager, or something to that effect. And more than one outlet has carried that kind of a headline. The truth is, according to the DA's report, Cabillo had pistol whipped Derrick and tackled him to the ground. And that Cabillo was crouching over Derrick, who was unarmed and on the ground. That's when Cabillo shot him in the neck at very close range. That's the truth. Not that Derrick was armed and dangerous, but that Cabillo murdered an unarmed and defenseless 15-year-old. Why would Cabillo shoot a kid who was unarmed and on the ground? The DA called Cabillo's shooting of Derrick justified and tragic. Well, I think that's wrong on both accounts. I don't think it was justified. I think the facts of the case prove that it was an unjustifiable shooting. Cabillo should be off of the force, and I think he should be prosecuted. And the South City PD should be made to own up to their wrongdoing and stop the character assassination against Derrick. I also don't think it's right to call this shooting a tragedy. That makes it seem like it was an accident or some unfortunate turn of events. But the truth is, the police, the courts, and the prisons in this country are racist to their core. They perpetrate untold of violence against young people of color all the time. Just in the Bay Area, we've seen the recent police murders of Alan Bluford, Kenneth Harding Jr., Oscar Grant III, Raheem Brown, and James Rivera Jr. These are not a series of tragedies. This is a pattern of racist police brutality and killings. I think it's the combined effect of the war on drugs, of tough on crime policies, of things like stop and frisk. All of these things have made the criminal justice system into one of the greatest pillars of racism in America today. And the South SF Police Department is no exception. Like Darocy said, Cabillo had no reason to stop Derrick that night other than racially profiling him. I think Black and Latino people in this country, as well as people of other races, face a crisis of police brutality, mistreatment, harassment, and murder. Michelle Alexander called it the new Jim Crow, right? Like the old Jim Crow was a system of racial segregation and apartheid, the new Jim Crow, which is the prisons, the courts, the police, this is the new system of racial division and oppression. But all of those people that I mentioned, and clearly Derrick's family as well, these family members are fighting back. Oscar Grant's family is still fighting back. And I see the struggle for justice for Derrick as part of that movement of family members and allies who are saying enough is enough, the police are out of control, racism is out of control, and it must be pushed back. Thank you. Solidarity.